All right. Let's see if I can actually play today. Is it pop a bit first? People start to trickle in soon. Alright, time to see if I'm stupid or not. I always mess the screen up when I'm not concentrating. Good for now. Alright, I'll take it. Sure. I always feel like I'm gonna misinput a dash there, but like, I think if I dash up left, it's good. The only dash I can really misinput is like, it's actually hard to misinput a dash. The only that kills me there, I think. Okay, well now I'm just stupid. Just went too high there. Be an interesting way to die. That'd be a real golden berry death right there for sure. That's really that's really what I'm worried about, is just the potential for clown deaths. A lot of places where clown deaths are pretty easy to come by, I feel like. On that screen in particular, be a really easy place to do some clown deaths. Touch screen down, first try, easy peasy. Here's me getting karma for bullying Mitesh, first try, easy peasy. Alright, first try. Yikes. I need to not dash down if I get a heart bounce. Alright, time for the golden magic. Maybe I can get it before anybody shows up. At least the music doesn't loop when you die with a golden. I hate the screen. I swear the second screen is the one I die to the most. My strat's garbage, but can't really do any other strat as consistently as that one, so. Alright. That was a misinput. Not what I want to see. I'm not used to having to recover that. Usually if I follow Mitesh. How's it going? Hopefully your IRL busyness has calmed down a bit from you. I think you can, as long as it doesn't introduce a death plane when you reach a certain height, which sometimes it does. I think you're fine. I'd have to, like, deliberately practice it, though. Truth be told, I don't mess up on that screen overly often. It definitely does put death planes there in some spots. Like the most notorious one for me is Flag 2 and 7A. Like I practiced the shit out of that because if you mess up and aren't in a place where you can get a dash crystal to refresh, the ground becomes a death. There's a death plane there instead of falling back. You can't like fall all the way back to the right. So it definitely does. You're correct on that. I just don't know. Usually, if I mess up on that screen, I run into spikes. Is really what I'm saying, right? It's really easy to die on that screen by running into spikes or running out of stamina. I don't usually mess up in any other way. See, like, that's my strat. It's actually pretty, I feel like that's pretty consistent, honestly. I literally... I looked at the thing and I was like, this doesn't look right, and then I pressed jump. By making it out of the first checkpoint consistently, I think we're fine, honestly. I would actually say that I'm better at the last two sub-chapters than I am at the first one. Like, in terms of, like, clowny deaths that come from practicing. Clowny deaths that happen in practice, I feel like I get more of those, the earlier screens as opposed to the later ones. That's fine. You gotta, I talk about this a lot, right? But you have to, basically have to die in some screens with a golden to figure out what parts your brain actually is hung up on that particular day. This might be bad. Got a little close there on that bit. What you want is you want this, right? Where, that's what you want to do. That's actually pretty free, honestly. The fact that there's wind and cycles, that makes it kind of tricky. Oh, fuck. That's just a misdash. What other JRPG are you playing? Not sure if I know. Oh, you're actually playing Cold Steel 3? Xenoblade 3 is basically guaranteed to be better, right? Yeah, I can understand. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but nothing I've heard about the Trail series, more modern iterations has made me overly enthused about seeing them. It's like a list of modern video game dev sins that I just really hate with a passion, and that style of modern JRPG ticks almost every box. Granted, Xenoblade 2 actually ticks a lot of those boxes in isolation, but Xenoblade 2 has enough of an endgame that I can kind of forget most of that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the gacha. See, that's the danger. That's what usually happens if I mess up there. Essentially, I'm trying to time it so that I can just jump around the spikes and conserve stamina. But the thing about Xenoblade 2's gacha is that like, the really annoying part about that is just having to, like, literally menu manage through all the bad rolls, right? It's really easy to get rolls. If you're playing the game correctly, you should always have enough rolls to get whatever you need or want. I only even really grinded legendary cores for, like, when I was trying to get Cosmos. Cosmos was one of the last ones I got. Up Chitanda. Please, not choke and get a run to the... What am I worried about there? I'm doing alright. Looking forward to, yeah, it does come out on Friday. The plan is, I don't have time off for it this time because, I took time off for Xenoblade Definitive Edition because it was already on a holiday weekend. Or near a holiday weekend. And I think in order to not be at the office that day, or in order to have 4 days out of the office to play it, I had to use time off. I'm a bit lower on days off right now because I switched job in the middle of the year and Microsoft's time off schedule works a little differently. there's some sort of accrual based on hours worked. And I just used 32 accrued hours to go to Florida and celebrate Ikona Day. I'm not sure I even have any hours accrued left. Alright, made it past the stupid choke screen. Time for a new stupid choke screen. This one's a choke screen. I almost died there. And there. Okay. Damn it. That's a good example of a screen that doesn't introduce a death plane. You can actually just go all the way down. Alright. I need to run that one through. Too much nerves. really close to the end is the problem, right? Like, come through here, right, and then you do this. There's actually only one more screen after this before the heart room. One's pretty easy, honestly. As long as you know how the wind's going to work in the scene, the screen, this one's pretty easy. Yeah, I saw that. Well, I guess I haven't really talked about it, but there's no reason. Holy fuck. I hate this screen so much. I am definitely gonna lose a berry here. Yeah. What did I want to say? No, I joined the Toho Replay Showcase Community Discord or whatever. I'm very up to date on Toho news and stuff like that right now, more than I have been. I know I've talked about before, like, I have this weird hang-up where, like, the people who are super competitive and into the minutiae of different games like I am, I tend not to actually hang out with very often. That I just get frustrated that I can't get my friends into it at the same level I am. I'm trying something new where I'm going to actually hang out with the people who are as into improving as I am, maybe. See what that does to me. I think I might have bonked on that anyway. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking trying to avoid the bonk. Like, the reason I got into Toho in the first place, as much as I did, was because I was trying to catch up to, like, Haru and Frozen and Fat Fap. They were much better than me at the time. Turns out there's not so much catching up left to do. Right? Rather than try to change my mentality about what my goals are and who I'm trying to catch up to, maybe I just find somebody better than me who's new to catch up to. I don't know. Easier than fixing my brain anyway. Easy. Easy every time. I almost went off the side there. Alright, here again. Alright, no longer here again. Wow, we made it there 3 or 4 times now, you know, and just need to make it there and then have a good second half, which I've done plenty of times in practice. Not like there's seekers or anything wacky and uncharacteristic to ruin my run. Why did I forget to dash? Being so stupid. But anyway, spend too much of the time I'm supposed to be having fun playing video games, like sports psychology, analyzing myself. Good morning, Aru. Hope you're doing well this morning. Current PB is 2 screens away from the heart room, by the way. Although I've only made it into the last subchapter once so far. Didn't miss the berry, yeah. It was pretty good, yeah, it was a pretty good run. I just misdashed. Because of nerves, mostly. I would have definitely messed up the heart room, though, with nerves, I think. Alright, please no missed dashes. Definitely gonna lose a gold into the screen at least once. Not this one, it would seem. I do really like this strat for this rune. This strat feels super clean. Did it again, man. I keep forgetting to, I keep missing out the, blah, 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 blah. To jump off the cloud. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's actually a very recoverable screen. Like, it's white clouds, right, so it's easy to recover your dash. As long as you know how to go back down, it's actually a pretty easy screen to recover. I just missed dash twice. I don't know if you can tell. I guess nobody's familiar enough with my strat to tell that I just missed dash twice due to nerves. Holy shit, that was close. I almost bonked. Okay. God damn it. I knew it would happen. Literally the last dash. It's the only room in the last two subchapters I'm actually bad at. Like, on the one hand, it's the only room in the last two subchapters I'm actually bad at. On the other hand, it's the last room. Look here, I'll show you. If I can. Yes, in theory. can't retry. Well, okay. The best thing, like the way I want to do it is like you memorize the timing and you react to the block disappearing, you just left dash immediately because you're lined up with it already. Not how it always plays out, but that's what I want to do. So that's the way I look at it and go, this is what should work. I prepared a whole ass other golden berry worth of content in preparation for getting the golden like an hour into playing. I wasn't supposed to need this content. Yeah, it's fine now. Now you can see there's not that many trouble screens in this level, honestly. I feel like I'm actually good at this level. I'm not just fluking into low death counts or good runs. I feel very in control when things go right. We love Smite content, do we? No. That's what I thought. I mean, I think Smite is a people leave for most people who watch this stream. You know, I only play when Kushi plays, so I can feel superior to the people in Kushi's games anyway. Jump. Cool. Why didn't I press jump? Yeah, no. I would say 5B is definitely not in the same tier as like 6B, 7B, 8B, but it's also a tier above like 1B, 2B, 3B. It's about as difficult as 3B, which did take me a full, Ow! I swear that was lined up. 3B did take me a full day of grinding, right? I got it at the end of like a 3-hour grind session. I don't think this is this much harder than 2B. A 3B is definitely harder. The thing that 4B lacks is those fucky mechanics that make sections feel inconsistent all the time, right? Doesn't have Oshiro, doesn't have Seekers, doesn't have Battle Line, doesn't have Feathers. Like, it's missing those things that you change your strat very slightly for that just kills you immediately. The only thing you have to do here is climb and jump and dash, right? That's easy. Any child could climb and jump and dash correctly. Except for me. It might be. Is this the Grayuka guy from Anyaraj chat? Just like 8C, right? No, 8C has core blocks in. You're allowed to hate 8C. You're allowed to hate any level with core blocks in it, honestly. Don't make Chitando install Elden Ring on his PC. His SSD can't handle it. Or overworked SSD. Why do I keep messing up that one part? It's like I immediately relax. I relax as soon as I made it off of the block and up the wall successfully. Stop focusing on actually doing the thing I'm supposed to do. Figures, you know, it's the typical golden magic, right? Whatever it is that makes the screen successful for you, that you never mess up in practice, will become the thing you mess up on. And runs, right? Okay. Might have already been staring at the screen too much. I might need to stretch. Adjust my eyes. Give it like one more run that makes it out of the first subchapter. Might die like a dog again, then we'll take a stretch break. What's frustrating about these blocks that move side into these gaps is that, like, there is a pixel tolerance where if you're close enough, it'll fudge it and move it slightly for you. So sometimes I think I've gotten that. And then it'll be just barely outside the pixel tolerance. And then the block eats shit, dies. Then I eat shit and die. Honestly, this first subchapter is just such a grind. Like, even having practiced the level as much as I have at this point, I think this is the one. I think the first subchapter is still the one that takes me the longest to get deathless in practice. I know what I'm doing wrong. It's annoying because it's subconscious reaction to my timing being slightly off from something I did earlier in the screen. I don't always do that thing earlier in the screen. Timing. I can't force myself to learn to react to it because I have to sit down and do the screen 10 times in a row in different timings. That's the opposite of how I want to play. Please just let me through. Okay, that was the opposite of how I did it last time. Up to and including actually making it through the screen. I grabbed onto it too low. Okay. Quick handbrake, 5 minutes. You guys would not believe how stiff my shoulders and arms get. How tensed up I get when I'm actually on pace. Or trying to get on pace. Well, that's the whole time. The whole time I'm playing this game. For Goldens, you would not believe how stiff all my upper muscle groups get. Been a problem like my entire life is every time I start really concentrating on something with any extremity of my muscles, any extremity muscle group, all my core muscles tense up and I get really I get fatigued really fast. Me trying to actually take care of myself. It feels like a joke sometimes. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's right there in the middle too, isn't it? Covering up the whole gameplay. That'd be a funny shitpost Goldenberry, wouldn't it? Hey, that's just the good luck charm I need, is having the VOD ruined. But yeah, in all seriousness, like, I don't even know how I feel the need to clarify, but like, really? Can I please stop just dashing? I think I'm too busy trying to compose a sentence and dash properly. What am I trying to say? Like, a lot of people who hardcore game on Twitch, I feel like don't do these proper breaks and all that, right? Like in speedruns, you end up sitting, some speedrun categories end up sitting there literally for the full 3 hours or whatever. It creates this, it creates this illusion that like the people who are hardcore gaming do this, right? Like that's not necessarily true. Your body will perform better if you're taking care of it usually. Giving myself a time to relax the eye strain, relax the tense muscles. Even if it usually results in me having a loss of focus for a bit after I get back. Feels like the most healthy, sustainable thing to do in the long run. Go outside, get some sun, get some serotonin, stretch your legs, stretch your hands consciously. Force your eyes to focus on things off in the distance. Half the time I just go back to like tensing up or not being mindful of what I'm doing, but like times where it does work feel really good, you know, so convinced it's the best thing to do long term. Don't think I need to treat that like a tight time. Not actually a lenient time. I keep dying to it, so I feel like it feels like a tight timing because how could I die to something that's not a tight timing? I'm good at this. Imagine dying to something easy when you're good at the game. Yeah, actually, I don't know if you saw, Aru, but apparently Yusuke wanted to make a video showing all the different RNG patterns in Scarlet Meister, and ended up uploading a 17-minute Scarlet Meister demonstration video where he capped it 47 out of 50 times. That's insane. 47 out of 50. That might be more impressive to me than 4250 Perfect Wind God, Fearless Wind God. You know, yeah, it actually is, right? That's the thing, right? It actually is just it is just a skill issue. Like if you can read as well as Yusuke can, you can just dodge it every time. Just read individual bullets as well as Yusuke, possibly the best grazer in the entire community. Just do that. I mean, for what it's worth, as someone who has actually grinded the spell in spell practice, I do usually feel at this point like I wasn't actually pulled. I mean, my strat is basically making it so that I don't have to read it as well as Yusuke can, right? Like, misdirect the waves a little bit so that I don't have to do that as much heavy reading, but I don't feel like I get walled. I don't feel like I get I don't feel like you're in a spot where you have to be such that the large bubbles are going to hit you inevitably. Like, it doesn't feel unfair anymore. I can see how LNN players and scoring players can cap it on pace semi-reliably. I can see the kind of skill that would be needed to do that. It does really suck that she can, it does really suck that a lot of the reading difficulty is based on her movement. So like, even knowing as much as you possibly can about the spell, you can still make it much. You can still really randomly change the difficulty up on you. But I don't think it's never unreactable, right? Like, you can always react to it and just direct it differently. Just read it correctly. Once she's made her choice aimed at you, you can always just do it right. I reacted to my tendency to updash and misdash there, and instead I right dashed instead of upright dashing. I went too far. I went 45 degrees too far. We can settle for happy medium. Who would have thought this would be the worst screen for Golden, huh? Literally just throwing bodies at the last screen of that subchapter. I've died in the third subchapter literally once. I made it through twice. This first subchapter is just a real drag to play, honestly. Like, it's a lot of waiting, really precise in some spots. There's not a lot of recovery. Almost bonked. I don't know if this, really? I've never died like that before. Can't fucking talk and play this level. Good enough. Yeah, I feel like that, the strat on that screen looks really good, right? It works. Feels really aesthetically pleasing to me to actually get it. Having to actually think about that screen, man. There we go, easy every time. Never doubted for a second. I was literally, as soon as I did the first miss dash earlier there, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna do it again. And then I was thinking, let's not do it again. And then I did it again anyway. I've miss dashed there a lot in practice. Like a lot. It's actually the most common death, I would say, in the second subchapter. At least for a while. I guess we had to get one in there. Yeah, now I'm tensed up again. Like, all it took was getting to the second subchapter for a bit, and then I'm tensed up again, actually. Subconsciously. It's fine, though. I don't honestly really dislike anything in this chapter. I just don't really like waiting for the platforms to move. A lot more waiting in this chapter than compared to a lot of other ones. Bonked. I start turning my brain off during the waiting, and then when the time comes to turn the brain back on, I'm like, my brain's asleep at the wheel, right? Might actually have to practice that screen to reinforce the muscle memory. Thought I'd gotten rid of the mustaches, but as so often happens, they came back. Never truly rid yourself of the ghosts of mistakes past once you have a golden berry in your hand. At least I ate my medicine like a man. Went for it like I'd done it right, even though I had a feeling it was wrong. This first subchapter is so mind-numbing, actually. I like the whole rest of the chapter, except for this part, which I keep doing over and over again. I guess it's still better than the big central room in 5B, though. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure how many golden runs I would even get out of that. Yeah, it was hard to come back from mistakes like that, you know? Need some real resilience. Need to be an untiltable mountain like Frozen. And I keep actually. I've already done that miss dash once today. That one's a new one for the route there. Just happy to have actually seen the third subchapter again. I can't get a run to the third subchapter in another, we'll say 10 minutes. I'll do a quick hand stretch and then we'll practice those just to keep them fresh. What do I normally do to get the correct height there? I'm not used to thinking about it. I must do something. I'm not doing whatever it is because I've just like forgotten that I do it. I don't usually die like that. Like of all the ways to die on that screen, that's usually not the way. There's some, the end is slightly technically demanding, but that part's just easy. But I do just climb. I'll stuck my stamina there. The nice part about the route I do there is that if you actually do the wall jump timing correctly, you basically have a full bar of stamina after you get off of the spring. The entire reason for the strat, actually. To make it so that it's not as stamina dependent. How did I get the correct dash there? Okay, whatever. Getting worried I'm gonna choke that screen. So free. Holy shit, that was so close. That would be a funny way to die with a golden. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I mean, hopefully it's telling though, right? That like... the runs where I do make it past like the parts that bore me and annoy me are just going pretty well, actually. Like, I practice the hard parts. Practice the parts that are precise and technical and fun. That'd be a funny golden death. Good thing I did it here, so it can't happen when I have a golden. Surely. Wow, I died to the Matesh screen, huh? I don't know, it's like the second half of it feels so free, but like I actually get there like once every 20 or 30 minutes. I just can't get runs out of the early part consistently enough. The nerves and tension didn't start until they were more like evenly distributed. I feel like I would have an easier time, but really not how it works, right? This isn't Toho where I can actually sort of sleepwalk my way past Cherno. Well, now I can anyway. I don't think I could sleepwalk my way past Cherno. I started grinding Uas. I have had the ability to do that. I did that when I got my clear last week. I sleptwalked past that Cherno, I think. Pretty easily. Apologies to any people who can't sleepwalk past Cherno, but he's a baka. I almost died. I can't believe it. This fucking heart room, man. Why does the hardest screen of the whole level have to be the very last one, huh? I got in my own head so much there, you can tell. I think that was obvious, right? How in my own head I was. How many times did I mess up getting up to the pink cassette block? Like 4 times. Oh wow. That would be a funny way to die. I can't fucking believe it. Like dying on the... Honestly, it's like dying in the tape room of any other level with the tape room, right? Just sucks dying on the very last part of the thing. Like dying with bombs and stock to Scarlet and Sokyo. That's why I like the right dash, is because like in my mind when you're playing confidently, that's how you do it, right? Is you just slide down to the correct height and react. It just goes. Just free. But you know, what I don't want to have to do is I don't want to have to react to how high I am. I really don't want to do that. That's probably the most reliable thing to do. You have a very limited amount of time to react there because the block's disappearing. You can't do a cool thing either where you can't like do a confidence strat where you drop down onto the block as it's spawning to give yourself the most time to react because of the wind, right? You have to sort of just slide down there like a wimp. Kind of forced to. Fast. I think part of the reason there's up spikes on that platform is to stop you from going too fast and like screwing yourself, right? But I'm good enough to avoid that and still get there in time to screw myself by bonking. It's a very high level mistake, you see. waited too long. I wasn't sure I had enough height on the block to, take it over. If you're too low on the block, then you actually do die to the blocks on spikes on top of the block there. This is a fucking mental test of resilience. Well, hoping the content's enjoyable at least. As long as people are having fun, I'm kinda good with whatever. I feel like my content's been a little lackluster lately. I accidentally saved myself there. Oh, I actually saved it. Wow, I'm good. Okay. I finally died enough times on that screen that I know when I'm screwed and I can save myself. Get on the shower, Mr. German. And that's how you do it. Okay. I want to be very clear that it was a very deliberate choice to just rush through the heart screen. That was very deliberate. I committed to that decision and decided that it would just go better if I just trusted the way I do it when I have flow, playing confident. Yeah, literally just do it fast enough that like you have to fall back on your muscle memory, right? I kicked out the conscious part of my brain and forced my subconscious to take over. Turns out I have done that screen enough times to do it subconsciously. Stream is now a success, even if I fucking suck at this level. Could have actually had time to grind for this one, but XD. Kind of a frustrating level to practice because I'm really good at a lot of very specific parts of it, and I'm really bad at like 2 or 3 screens, including this one apparently. Like this is a flow level for me where I'm just like I'm chilling and I'm doing strats really consistently, except for a few screens, and those screens just fucking suck to death. Right? My favorite death on the screen. Oh man. Okay. I'm just glad I never have to. I'm just glad I never have to do that hard room again. My least favorite hard room in the game, I think. If I can do these next 2 screens first try or not. Any bets? Alright, I've actually died there enough to read where I am on the thing. I hate that I've done it, but I think I actually had that by the stash. The thing that's not immediately obvious to me is like where those slow blades reside on the cycles relative to everything else. I don't feel confident in like just going for something. Oh. Talking again. I don't feel confident in just like immediately going for something here. I feel like I should just time it. I should just hang on the wall and read it, right? See how my seeker sections are. Okay, my spike sections aren't good, apparently. Let's all love seekers. Yeah, let's. You first. Here, Mr. Aruchomu loves seekers the most out of all of us. Thank you. Kind of messed that up, but I really feel like that shouldn't work, but it works so consistently. I actually had that. I think I just pressed grab too slow. Not quite. I mean, that's playable, right? I just have to be able to actually make it out of the... I have to actually make it to the mirror. That's very playable. But first, I'm actually gonna rest me. I wanted to see if it was playable. I mean, it's very practiced. Yes, it's very practiced. I've practiced post-mirror a shit ton. I practiced pre-mirror a shit ton too, it's just goofy. The goofy part of the level. Alright. Give it a try. Okay, off to a good start. Don't worry, I'll throw all the golden runs while you're not in chat so you don't miss it. I'm a nice friend like that. Up until this first screen up ahead with the saw blades on the cycle, when I'm doing practice, I can make it to that. I can make it to this point deathless pretty often. Once we get from here to the mirror, it's a little hairy. I do feel pretty good about that screen, first screen with the moving saw blades now, but... That's the most common fate for a chapter practice. It's just dying to one or both of those last two screens of the green mirror section. Which is one of the reasons why I've given the post-mirror section so much practice on its own, right? It's because I've seen what the filter is for a good run, and I want to make sure that when I do get a run past it, it's going to be good. Looked pretty good, right? Not always quite that good, but it's that good often enough that I felt like the Golden Berry was doable today, even after grinding another one. So, the plan for Golden runs was to basically just bash my head against the end of the pre-mirror section, get through once, and then hope that my routes for the Seeker and Theo screens are good enough to just like bang one out in 2 or 3 runs that make it past the mirror. Probably the last B-side that has like actual easy section, right? I don't think there's really any sections I'm going to be able to turn my brain off on the last 3 B-sides. I think they're too demanding. I guess it does. But like, should you actually turn your brain off for those screens because you can, does that mean you should turn your brain off in a level like 7B? That's maybe more of a different question, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I actually read it this time because I wasn't talking about reading it. Very cool. Well, I do like how you can just eat shit on these spikes if you're not paying attention. Very nice touch. That was a weird cycle. I still haven't practiced that screen in a manner that gives me consistent enough cycles on that part. I don't understand it. I don't understand that screen well enough to do it consistently. Well, it's just a level, right? The run doesn't start till you make it past the mirror. I guess that's faster than like resetting to Rumi or Eterna, right? I'm missing up my wave dashes, huh? Not a good sign. Maybe I'm gonna miss dash and eat shit like 2 screen. I misread that. Thought I was too low. You do literally just have to time your climb. Like I don't think there's a single mitigating factor. You have to get to the top of the block at the correct time. You can't play the rest of the level. Like such a specific skill to be testing. You don't really think that much about it until it's gatekeeping your golden run, right? Most of the rest of the level, it doesn't matter truly where you're hanging on the block most of the time. As long as you're on the block, you're good. One screen where suddenly line needs to be really precise. I'm used to throwing bodies at the beginning of this level. Somehow this feels more right than throwing bodies at the beginning of 4B. Didn't make it, yikes. I don't, that's not a screen I usually die to. XD. I do like that I keep getting a good bunny hop there, right? Like, if I was trying to go really fast, this would be like, wow, he's so good. He gets that bunny hop so often. There's spikes there. I have to deliberately go slow, imp my God-given speed. Avoid the spikes. I definitely want to at least get one past the mirror today. Probably gonna call it in like an hour from now, even if I don't have the golden, to be honest, but... let's see. Fucking... I hate this screen, man. First it was too early, then it was too late. Can't do anything, can't do any part of it consistently. Evil screen. Put in this level specifically just to ruin your golden berry runs, I'm convinced. Every other screen can be so consistent with proper strats except for that one. There's no strat alternative to that screen, I'm convinced. Have to be really good at climbing for it. Corner boost there, ha ha ha. Oh, alright, that was just a fat finger. I was trying to fast fall through and accidentally my thumb slipped to the left key. I had that one. It really was, wasn't it? Starting to doubt there even is a mirror in this level. Maybe I've been gaslit. No. Just a prank, a ploy. I read it correctly that time. On the slot machine. Very pog. I misdashed again. I'm actually looking at the blades is causing me to stop to misdash. I actually think about the timing of what I'm doing, then apparently I can't do a simple dash. Apparently that's enough to overload my feeble brain. Imagine how it would be if I actually had to think about where the seeker was going. Ha 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 ha. The good thing my routes are so clean and consistent that I will just never have to think about where the seeker is going or what it's doing. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. A mistake I don't make very often in practice, by the way. This, that particular one. That one's a golden berry special. Normally, by this point, if I get gate kept before the mirror, I just switch to practicing after the mirror. Maybe that was a mistake or something, but you know. By default, the regrab isn't that precise, at least not by my standards. Like, I have enough time to see the visual cue that I'm on the other side and then press left. Not outside my realm of reaction time, and I'm just playing like it is for some reason. Like I'm edging the timing like it is something I can't react to. Alright, time to spin the roulette wheel. Oh, I got the easiest timing possible there. It's like a perfect grab. Timing is so fucky. Takes so long to travel. Stage is too long. I know, right? I haven't even made it past the very last screen, the mirror. There's nothing after the mirror. Shame I keep dying on the last screen like that, huh? Honestly, it's not that bad, I don't think. Like, of the longer B-sides, this is definitely the easiest one. Surely. It's just this one part 2 minutes in is much harder to do consistently than the entire rest of the level put together. Bonk strat undefeated. No, you don't. Not today, Satan. Fuck. I had if I dashed right instead. He was supposed to charge a little sooner than that. Yes! My strat for that screen is mostly consistent. The problem is that the point at which he charges relative to when the blocks are crumbling is based on what side of his head you hit him on when you jump on him. Because of course it fucking is. So he can take a little longer to get there than I expect. If I was actually worried about the Theo section, I would probably practice backup strats on that screen just to like prevent it from gatekeeping me, but it's I think if I just get let through that screen, then it's probably fine. Alright, the whole rest of the run's just fine, honestly. Past that point. I had to go high that time. I'm actually reading that one, by the way. Those last two spikes, I'm still reading them. Because it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter whether the closest spike to me is up or is top or bottom and the one before it. The only thing that matters is that the middle is clear. So I usually just read which part of the cycle I'm on once I get there, if I have time. I'd like to claim it works pretty well, because I don't think I've died to it very often, but I do just die to it sometimes. Yeah, imagine reading, right? I knew it was slightly too late. Kinda fucky. You know what's sad is that even though I'm planning on not streaming Toho while I'm playing Xenoblade, I think at this point I've just gotten so used to being able to, like, have something running on my TV, have my laptop sitting in the living room with me, and just boot up USD and practice it. Like, as hard as it is, EOSD is like one of the most comfy games for me right now. I'm so comfy playing it. And I can't make myself like just be comfy playing other Toho games like that right now. At least not at the level I'm playing EOSD at. I have so much EOSD specific practice habits. Like, playing other Toho games just feels kind of wrong right now. Maybe it's time to add TH06 to my Twitch username. Oh, the bonk feels so good, man. Alright, that screen went according to plan this time at least. How did he not see me enough to back up to charge me? Like, why did he keep going up there? That's so fucking stupid. Like, if I'd known he was gonna do that, I could have bounced off of him. But if I went for bouncing off of him and then he didn't do that, then what would have happened instead is I would have run out of stamina, waiting for him to charge me. It has to happen, right? They have to steal some, right? Hopefully I've shown at least so far that like my secret improv isn't Garbo. Not like I can't do it, it's just hard. done something other than what I did. I think that was the time to go for the high cycle. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be done though, really. I mean, that's just the level, right? That's the nature of the Golden Run, is have some hard sections right before the mirror, then you have Seekers control you, then you have Theo control you, and then the level's just over. You don't get trolled, it's pretty simple. Not like the thing you need to do in the case where you don't get trolled is particularly difficult. Anyway, doesn't this just make you want to get the 5A and 5B Golden Berry yourself, Aru? Think of all the fun and excitement you're missing out on by not doing these Golden Berries for yourself. Sit there. Oh, my flow. My flow's back. I almost died there. That was so close, actually. I just barely read it in time to realize that I had to climb a little early. Knew that would happen at least once. It is technically a tight timing. Just a tight timing I'm really used to. Tight enough that fucking it up on golden pace is very doable. Like the streaming in EOSD stage 5, right? It's like timing's not imprecise. It's just not so precise that I can't do it consistently. But it's also precise enough that getting psyched out on pace is very doable. Speaking of which, that's actually one of the things that Randuei suffers at the most. She really fucking sucks at speed killing those poor fairies before Pakia. She really can't do it fast enough to stop them from firing. You have to actually dodge even if you kill them as fast as possible. Sorry, thinking about that made me mad. If Randuei didn't have the easiest patchy by far, no one would actually say she's as good as the other shots, I'm convinced. Patchy is the thing that actually makes the claim that all shots are relatively equal strength true. Can't kill the spam fairies before Sake. Can't kill the cancel fairies right before Patchy without having to do some silly stuff too, what I can tell. I'm so glad I'm not playing stage 4 with Randuei today, actually. I don't even care that I'm hinting before the mirror. Now that I remember that I'm not playing stage 4 with Randuei. Getting troll, trying to speed kill things. Stage 4 misses me. Stage 4 does love me. I visited last night. I can't really leave it. But you know, Nitesh, in equal measure, Sho Toromaru misses you. I'm sure. Ash flushed indeed. So does Orin. Why did I actually got the timing on the first one down to where I could just easily fall without fast falling on the left, but I didn't read it right. Push myself. Definitely feeling the stamina loss a little here. Thinking it'd be nice to go lie down with a nice book right about now. I've been reading Heike Monogatari. Been very entertaining. Easy to see why it's such a big part of Japan's cultural history. So many very vivid scenes in it. You can definitely imagine that when like a wandering troupe came to perform it, people would go out of their way to hear it. Probably very entertaining back in the day, too. But you know, that nice book and a glass of brandy or two, a comfy couch. That sounds really nice, actually. After spending this much time grinding. Wait, I already had the key? Wait. Huh? Why did I go there? Did I open this? I did. Wait. Hold on. Technical difficulties here. Okay, I haven't done that one, so I need to go here. I was too busy thinking about my self-care after this that I completely forgot what I had and hadn't done for that autopiloting. And on the one hand, I actually did it correctly with autopilot, so yay for me, right? There we go, mirror. I actually reacted to it that time. Did the thing I said I couldn't do, hadn't learned how to do. That was not Keikaku Dori. No way! I haven't messed up like that in forever. That one fucking hurts. Just yeeted Theo off the cliff. That's only even possible if you're like doing a really good job conserving height. It was actually hard to do, unless you're really good at the using Theo in the wall to keep your height up. It's something you do have to be able to do, just not like that. Yeah, that one fucking hurts. That one, I had that one. I only ever mess up the first throw. Like, the second throw and the end are pretty easy. And it was just the taper, the hard room, right? I can do. Well, it's not guaranteed. Oh, that might be GG for my brain. I don't know if I can come back from that one after this much grinding. I'd have to say rip the dream of both these golden berries in the same stream. I made it past the last Seeker without getting trolled. Like, that's it. That's the part you're supposed to be able to just do every time. Ah, fuck, man. So good once I get past the mirror, too, right? Like, I'm actually so good at the post-mirror section. It just takes so long to get runs there that, same problem as 4B, honestly. I can't just get like 2 or 3 runs there in quick succession and remember all the things that can mess me up. Oh, we did get to Theo with the golden. Made progress. I've actually found a modicum of consistency on this screen, which is cool. Here again, indeed. Patience from Zoe. Oh, I read it correctly, but he turned around too fast. I actually read where he was going to charge and when he was going to be there correctly, but like I said in that Discord post, they turn around faster if you like approach them at the end of their dash for some reason. The way secret behavior works makes me wonder if the devs actually did the golden berries themselves. And obviously you don't need to, they don't have to have done it to make a fun and exciting golden berry challenge. Like, regardless. The one that I'm sure they did do is the 1A dashless, right? I'm sure they did that one. To even realize it was possible, they had to have known mechanic exploits you used to do that. Then put that in the game. But did they like do 5B golden? I kinda doubt it, right? Doesn't seem like it would serve the purpose of a developer very much. Alright, I read it correctly again. I wonder if it feels so bad if I, like, just now start getting runs to mirror, like, a bunch and then I stop playing, right? That's gonna feel like such a waste. N? My brain's already thinking mirror. Can't do that. Wow. Okay, you have to get really godlike distance on that to actually die like that. That's harder than doing it the right way. That's... You know what? Fuck it. I'm making a golden berry run bingo card after this. Actually, not even after this. I'll do it on stream if I can find a bingo card generator. Come on and Google bingo card generators. I'll make a Crete's Golden Berry bingo run. Bingo card. That's content. My brain is melting. What was my misread there? Dash straight and then fast fall to the right, I guess, right? It's getting too, like, hard on my hands. Ah, fuck. Oh, my arms were so tense. Oh, my arms were so tense. The problem is that if I know I can make it as far as the last screen before the heart rune, it feels really wasteful to just leave the level. But like, I'm not streaming tomorrow unless Fatar is around and wants to stream AI. I told my friend I would do something on Monday. Told a friend I would do something on Monday with them. Actually, not only did I tell them, I literally like cold called them and tried to set something up with them. So I'm definitely not breaking that. And then Tuesday through Thursday, I should probably be playing AI, and then Friday, Xenoblade is out. So, like, in terms of long-term leaving the game in a spot where I'm comfy with it, pushing through it and getting the Golden Berry now is the best thing to do. But getting to the point now where, like, random spaghetti mistakes are going to take enough of a toll doesn't feel worth continuing. I'm not quite the Aryan gamer like, you know, I'm not a stamina gamer like Mitesh or Archim, right? I can't just power through with these 6-hour streams. I also have to be content with my my 4B golden. Oh my. It's looking pretty Zetsubo right now. Reaching the hard limit on playing good at video games. Hard limit somewhere around 3 or 4 hours. It's so tempting to go like, I want to go lie down and sip some cognac and read a book. Rest my hand. Okay. I don't think this is happening. I think we reached the limit. I think it's obvious that if I'd started with 5B, I would have already gotten it, like, an hour or two ago. I would have gotten it around the same amount of time, or even sooner as I got the 4B one. But, I think for my physical and mental health, it's best to just stop pushing through, stop trying to fight through this. Stop ignoring the signs that my body is giving me that need to be done. I'm going to verbalize that, but believe me that when I say that I'm really doing this. Okay, but like, I'm verbalizing the correct thought in hopes that my brain will realize that I'm correct and stop feeling like that. I think the 4B Golden was definitely cool. Like, hopefully you got what you wanted to see out of the stream today. I know it's always disappointing when a streamer comes up just short of one of their goals. Believe me, the 5B the death on the 5B PB very clowny. Like, really should have been a clear. It was a choke due to not being used to doing that well at the part before it. Right, it's like a choke based on doing better than usual, which sucks even more. End up feeling like you screwed yourself on not like you screwed yourself just by having flow and doing well and not thinking. Is the exact thing that pushed me through the 4B Golden Berry. So, very regrettable, very regrettable. Wish it were not so, but I think consolation prize for those of you who like the Celeste streams. When we're done with Xenoblade, however long that may be, clip this or remind me that I said this. We're done with Xenoblade because the 5B Golden is so in reach and so doable. I'm going to act like that one's not going to take a lot of my time and practice resources, even though it might. Keep it fresh. And we'll say that before I go back to grinding Toho on stream, once we're back to like regular Saturday grind streams, we'll do the 6B Golden, which is very manga. Super Pog if you can get any of the last 3 B-sides. So we'll go for that before Celeste goes on the back burner. And you can hold me to that. I know that if you've played this game before, you're probably looking ahead to these last few Golden Berries as some real dank content. I know I would be if I were watching it. Where you really find out what the player is made out of. So we'll postpone, but we'll add some interest to the next time we hear. Hopefully that's enough for now. It's very obviously doable. Endurance being what it is, it's really hard to do 2 golden runs in this. I've done it twice on stream and it's really hard both times. I actually had to really pay attention and focus both times. Much easier for me to focus on the one thing. But yeah, we're running out of berries. There's only 5 left. We get to 202. Granted, if you look at the playtime number here, the remainder of those 5 berries could add like 50 to 100% onto that play timer, but ignoring that, we're close. Okay, we're closing in. You can see here, like the practice is paying off even on the levels I haven't grinded. So we're further up the mountain than we were when we started today, and once I'm done being a degenerate JRPG gamer, we will climb even further up. There's more to look forward to there. I made this number bigger today. Feels good. All right. I'm calling it here. Sorry once again I couldn't quite pull out the second golden berry, but it is what it is. I'm choosing to be realistic and treat myself well rather than beat myself up about it. So Alright. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it was fun. Be sure to stay tuned. I'm sure either R or Mitesh will have some great content for you coming up. And yeah, that's all. I will be back probably on Tuesday with more AI Somnium files. Depends on Fatar's schedule, but that's my plan currently. So, till then, have a good rest of your weekend. I hope to see you back here on Tuesday.
Take the children and yourself and hide out in the cellar. By now the fighting will be close at hand. Don't believe the church and state and everything they tell you. Believe in me, I'm with the high command. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear my calling you? Can you hear